personally.
Do you feel manipulated? Do you feel manipulated if you're speaking for yourself? Do you feel manipulated?
For me, no.
So why are you then asserting that it's misleading the public?
Because I'm responding to the light of Sazot, who is talking about manipulation.
No, see, this is the thing. You're saying something. You are here on the panelist. You're saying something, and then you're retracting it instantly.
What did I retract?
You don't feel manipulated, but then you're speaking for the public. Which public are you speaking for? You're speaking for over 200 million Nigerians.
I was gonna, sorry, Mr. IT guy, I was gonna ask for manipulated.
No,
you have
no.
to speak for yourself. Don't speak for the public.
I am not manipulated. VDM is manipulated his followers and the likes of Sazot. That was why I came up. Yes. Because Sazot keep contradicting her.
I think you have the right to speak for Sazot because she's there. Why don't you ask her if she feels manipulated rather than actually speaking for her?
But I said it. I said, and this goes to Sazot or what her name is. Sorry if I didn't.
Then engage with Sazot and don't speak for the Nigerian public.
After asking aristocrat question, and I said to you, Sazot. I'm just responding to her. Yeah, to Sazot, yes.
Yeah, I think when we panelists, we need to be responsible enough to actually watch our utterances and not mislead the public. Because if you've actually sort of like allowed that to stay, then they're gonna say we heard it from Thunder Gazer's platform, which is not right.
Mr. IT guy, I'm actually Sazot, and I said to you, Sazot, you said this and said this and said this. If there's any form of manipulation, because she said people are manipulating the public, and I said if there's any form of manipulation, it is VDM and the likes of you, Sazot. That was what I said.
All right, okay. I mean, it's just good to be clear on the matter because for someone to say VDM is manipulating the public, I will say, for what it's worth, Samilari can decide that his next interview is going to be with a TV station somewhere else or another medium. And he can decide to carry on with this course. And also, let me inject this thing into the process because Aristocrat touched on this. Now, Samilari and Naira Marley, when they got picked up, they were sort of like given their right and wherever the case may be. They were incarcerated for a period of time. They got bail. And if they got bail, if the DPP is now telling us that including Prime Boy, both Samilari and Naira Marley are no longer culpable in any way whatsoever. What Mr. Joseph Aloba is asking in question right now is that are they going to be charged for bullying or are they going to be allowed to walk from the case all the same? And I think the man is doing the right thing to actually approach the bench and engage with the DPP for the DPP to now enlighten him and his lawyer whether these guys are exonerated in its entirety or they will be charged for bullying. I rest my mic.
I come in?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. First, to you, Thunderfire. The reason you're able to have the three musketeers at the same time is because you are creating a very balanced environment for conversation, and I want to appreciate you for that. I find your platform.
I'm a goofball. I can't help myself.
No. I just want to tell you, see, they say give to Caesar what is Caesar. You are doing good. You're not even a Nigerian. You're not even an African. And I think you're able to bring the musketeers and everybody along because you have created an environment, a balanced environment. And one thing is, your environment is not about me. I say, I am. I say, I am. I'm the host. This is me. You know, that's what's toxic about most other platforms. And for those other platforms, you can learn one or two things from what I'm saying. When people can come and speak their mind, whether you agree or not, you don't have to be rude to people that come to visit you, to share the rub minds with you. So this is advice to everybody. Now, my take on First Lady talking about
Thank you for the
manipulation.
compliments.
Yeah, God bless you. Keep it up. Don't change. Because when people get famous, they tend to change. So don't change. Keep it up like this. Now, to First Lady, question for you, but I'll make my submission before I get your response, if you don't mind. You said about manipulation with reference to Southside. I would like to hear from you exactly the aspect that has been manipulated that you feel bothered about. So, because I came in right, I've been listening for a while, but I didn't really focus on the manipulation part, and I want to get clarity. Now, for VDM started this movement like everybody else, and he backed out for whatever reason. People actually accused him, attacked him that he sold out, because to whom much is given, much is expected. We expected a lot more from VDM, and he walked away. Whatever reason he's back now is left to speculation. You and I, everybody's going to guess why he came back. There's so many, you can draw so many inferences as to his return. And he's actually said it that he's back on this J4M. He said it. And I'm happy to have somebody like that on J4M. I'm very glad that he's back. If he's coming back, he's authentic, original, not manipulative like First Lady has tried to imply. We need people like that because he's got the movement, he's got the power, and he's got the voice. So we need to learn to follow people like that or have people like that on a journey like this. Aristocrat make the best submission ever because the issue of bully is on ground. Mohbad was bullied to death. Accept it or ignore it. Mohbad was bullied. Now, what's left for us is to identify if the bullying has to do with the death of Mohbad. But even if we cannot connect both, if we're not able to connect the bullying, the people that bullied him, if we're not able to connect them to his death, he was still bullied. There's a boy out there being bullied today in school. There's a girl out there being bullied today. There is a man out there, a woman out there being bullied in the society. There are Omoniles in Nigeria bullying, motorists. Those are Agberos, bullying motorists. And you have the Omoniles bullying people who use their own money to buy land in your community. You go to a community, you
Network.
We can't hear you.
your money television because we recognize that Mohbad was bullied. It's part of the objectives that we've been trying to get approved that they keep playing mago with us. So what Aristocrat said this morning touches me. So why is this woman calling me now? God, leave. Can you guys hear me? I'm getting the phone.
Are you making submission
Yeah.
or you're asking me a question?
I asked you, as a First Lady, I asked you a question. I said you can answer after my submission. I didn't want to forget the question because you talked about manipulation, and I want you to explain how you have perceived manipulation in this case. Mo Alori phone. Somebody speak on. Let me take a call. Hey. Let me take a call. I'm getting a call. Somebody else can speak, please.
Lady, I think let me answer you a little bit before you ask another question.
Okay, go ahead.
First Lady, all the videos we saw when they were bullying Mohbad, have you ever seen a complete video where you see Sam Larry actually slapped or beat or hit Mohbad? All the videos you have seen online?
Okay, the one we saw when Mohbad was shooting a musical video. If you didn't see it, me, I saw it. He tapped Mohbad on the shadow before
Eh?
Sam. He tapped
What?
Mohbad on the shadow. He tapped
No,
Mohbad on
no, no, no. He
the
never.
shoulder.
No,
Listen
he
to me.
never reached Mohbad. He never reached
He
Mohbad.
touched Mohbad
Zlatan
on the
stopped him
shoulder.
immediately. He never touched Mohbad.
He touched him
No,
on
no,
the
he never
shoulder.
touched.
He touched him on the
No, no,
shoulder.
no.
He touched him on the
Sorry,
shoulder.
Can
sorry,
we play this
Sazos.
video, I beg?
Sazos video
He
very
touched
well
him on the
to
shoulder
see
before
where
Saplan
he
got up
touched
and blocked him.
Mohbad.
Yes.
But
He
I
did
don't
touch
know.
him on the
The
shoulder.
video was a bit
Can we
blurry
play it?
He did touch him on the
because
shoulder.
because
Madam, can you let me
Zlatan stood
finish?
up.
Be careful. Be careful, please. Can you let me finish, ma? Please,
Okay.
ma.
Yeah, let me finish with First
He
Lady.
touched him on the shoulder before Zlatan got up and blocked him. He did touch him on the shoulder. And according to him, according to the interview, if he did not come there to assault him, why all those weapons and those guys that came with him? If someone is owing you, do you need to assault the person or beat the person up?
That's not right.
Yeah, that is video number one. The other ones, the one in the car, when the lady was crying, see what Sam Larry did to Mohbad. Did they program camera that Sam Larry was coming to assault Mohbad? No. They didn't program any camera that, yes, so he's coming to assault him. Let's program
But wait,
camera. No,
First Lady, do
they
you
didn't do
know
that.
that anywhere Mohbad goes, he always have his cameraman videoing him no matter what he's doing? He's a celebrity. His camera or even friends will be always videoing. So you can't tell me that there will be no video that day. Only when he finished beating, that's the moment they will say, did you see what family did to Mohbad? But you cannot show any video when he was beating him. How many people? Mohbad can never move alone. Mohbad always move with friends,
Yeah,
his team.
they are a
He's
thousand and
more
one
than.
evidences. Even police said that they have evidences of Naira Marley and Sam Larry bully and assault Mohbad. Yes.
That's what I'm saying now. But we never saw them. Why are they putting every time half, short? Why are they not posting the full videos
And the friends
as
are
they say they
witnesses.
have it?
The
The
people
people
were
that gave
actually
the
with
police,
Mohbad.
can't they
People
post it?
were with Mohbad when it happened. His friends are witnesses. Yes, they are witnesses.
Yeah, eyewitnesses, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, now after having all these eyewitnesses, these people have, spent 3 months in the prison, and now the DPP said they are not connected with the spy, but I know at the end of the day maybe they will they will sentence them for bullying, and still public is not satisfied. Still the family is not satisfied. Why can't they like just sue them to court directly? Like Wunmi or Baba can just sue them for a civil, as bully. Then they show all this evidence, they'll call all the eyewitnesses and give their testimony. Boom. If they found them guilty, they will go straight to prison. So
Okay.
why are they not paying? If
That's
First
what we
Lady,
should do.
if
That is
First Lady,
what we
let
should
me
Can
ask
I
you this
join you,
question.
ladies?
If you
Can I
Yeah.
join you, ladies? Can I join you,
First
ladies?
Lady,
That's what we should be pushing,
yeah,
but
wait,
not
let me just
only
ask her
Thank
this
not the
you.
question.
likes of
Let me
not the
say if
likes of
Mohbad was your
African
son,
TV, you want
First
a
Lady.
twosome?
Yes,
Tazor,
yes. Let me get into some in my life.
Tazor, listen.
Yes.
That
Threesome.
You're
is
naughty.
Tazor.
Wait now.
First
Tazor.
First
lady.
Lady, let's just give this scenario. If Mohbad was your son, would you wait for the on the government to do some things for you? Won't you take it by yourself, like civilly with these people?
I agree with you on that, but the likes of you and Vivian are defending Sam Larry. Yes, that's why I have a problem. The likes of you and
No, no,
Video are
no, no,
defending Sam
no. Me,
Larry.
I'm not defending Sam Larry. What I'm saying is that we are just talking just to like people to change their mind to hate them to do the. But what will be the
Don't get me
legal?
wrong. I didn't say Sam Larry by
What
Mohbad.
will be the legal
I didn't
action
say Sam
against them?
Larry
This
by
is what
Mohbad.
I'm not getting.
I didn't say Sam Larry by Mohbad or Naira Malik by Mohbad. No, I didn't say Sam Larry and Naira Malik by Mohbad. No, I didn't say so because there's no
No, I
evidence.
didn't say you said that now. I never
Let me clear
said
that
so.
part.
I
Yeah.
said people are just saying, making people just to hate them. Okay, we don't like them. They bully Mohbad. But is it going to end with that? What will be the legal precaution for them? If really they bully this way, why can't they go to prison more than they have done? Why
That's why I
can't the
said you are
family
contradicting you
or
are
the
contradicting
wife?
yourself now. Now you say something else.
I'm
In
not
another
contradicting
life,
now.
you go down and still defend Sam Larry and Naira Marley. That's my problem with you.
I just, but ladies, hold on. Between the two of you, before you scatter it, you're both saying the same thing with different tone. Okay, so this is the issue. The lady said something very important. That's what we need to focus about. Why do we not have updates on the bullying, threatening charge of Sam Larry? This is what we need to cry out. By now, that case should be trialed already. And Sam Larry should be in jail already for the bullying, threatening, trespassing, threatening to cause bodily harm or threat to life. All those charges should have been laid on Sam Larry by now, and he should be facing the time by now. So, are we going to sit around and let it go watered down? And Sam Larry coming out this time to do this interview, I don't think he knew what he was doing because he just opened up the can of worm that has been waiting for him.
Exactly.
Okay, African TV,
I mean, I like
you
it.
said you have a question for me.
I
Can you ask
love
the
it.
question again?
Yeah, I already asked you. I said the manipulation that you're implying with Southside, where do you see the public being manipulated by VDM? What is your perception of manipulation?
Okay, thank you. You know, when the whole issue of Mohbad, when he died and all that, you know, we all were on the same page based on the evidences out there, bully assault. Everyone surrounding Mohbad was a suspect. But the likes of VDM and you African TV, I repeat, you African TV brought up the issue of DNA, which is not supposed to be part of the investigation in the first place. That was how everything scattered. And you people started.
And that is manipulation?
Yes.
That is your perception of manipulation?
You change the narrative. You change the narrative.
Okay, calm down, madam, calm down. Respectfully, you're completely in error to assume that asking for DNA is equal to manipulation. Who is being manipulated? Nobody, because the judicial system, the legal court that makes the ruling did not throw the case of DNA out, did not say, why are you guys here? This has nothing to do with the case. The court has told them, go and do DNA.
They said it's a family matter. They said it's a family matter.
Madam, the death. Madam, please. Madam, I'd like to speak and you speak.
Yes.
First lady. First lady, I'm not listening. First lady.
Family matter.
First lady. It's not good when you speak one-sided and the person is not hearing you. Please, let's make it conversation, not argument. Now, I'm telling you that the court, the legal arm that makes the ultimate decision, did not throw the case out. Now, you're going to say it's a family matter. Is Mohbad not the family of those that died? Is Mohbad not the family of the Alobas, of Wunmi, of Baba Mohbad? Is Mohbad not their family? So when you keep saying family matter, you're trying to imply that we're not supposed to go and see. We as a public have a right to go and see. If I see somebody when you see somebody being thrown stones at on the road, do you not stop to look, video, or say stop? Why don't you walk away and say it's not your business? So it's our business, and we have succeeded in getting this to the courtroom. So anybody who's still
Can
blinded,
I Ganusi the
African
yeah,
DNA?
TV.
please,
Let me
Gary.
let me jump in the middle of the First Lady and
African
African
TV.
TV.
African.
Can I do that, First Lady, please? Now, we need not fool ourselves. All right. First Lady is right. And African TV obviously will be there to defend himself because he got involved. Now, from the inception at the beginning of this whole situation, when African TV came out to the public, championing war, VDM pushed out, maybe Yabo or Joe started it, whoever started it. You see, the thing is, there's a DNA and there is the aspersion that the woman must have slept around and the baby may not be Mohbad. And that is different from the situation we have in court today with the DNA, which is something to do with the family wrangle about how they deal with proceeds from Mohbad's estate. Now, the family can decide, I keep mentioning it, to go do the DNA and decide not to publish the result to the public. And there's nothing any of us can do about it because it's not associated to the assumed, what's it called, paternity fraud. So African TV, sometimes it goes this way. If you're defeated about a matter, you need to defend exactly what it is you did at the time. But you can't leave this platform telling the public that the DNA you asserted is the same situation with the DNA today. No, two different extremes. Thank you.
Hold on, IT. I don't understand the two arms of the DNA. Please explain the difference between the family DNA and the DNA that the public called for. Please explain to me.
When you have the inquest and DNA came up, when the DNA came up at the inquest, is it because there is a doubt about the paternity of the child? Could it be anything to do with people asserting that Mohbad tried to chuck the baby over the fence because of some kind of who was the father of the baby? So if we go back to the inquest, why did the inquest decided that the DNA situation is a family matter and that will not be allowed as part of the process? Do you know why? African
I
TV.
do. DNA can
Okay,
never tie
go on, the
somebody.
host. Go on, host.
DNA in a coroner inquest is not to determine the cause of death. DNA is a civil matter, not a criminal matter.
Yeah. So what I'm saying to African television is that when DNA actually came up, it's different from the suggestions you had at the time, because yours, from the inception, even before the inquest, you just went straight away and start throwing the daggers out to sort of like say there is a possible paternity fraud. So
Now,
you can
let's
see what you asserted at the time is different from the DNA that the
no, it's
inquest
not.
dealt
IT
with
guy,
and
it's not.
decided it was a
Listen,
family matter.
IT guy, calm down,
No,
and
I'm
let
not.
him.
I'm not shouting. I'm going to mute myself. I just want us to kind of get to the
Yeah,
bottom of this so that in future, if
let's get to
someone
the
brings it
bottom.
up, we know
Okay,
it's been answered.
okay. Let's get to the bottom. First, DNA is and has always been part of the criminal investigation. Put that in one box.
Only if she was a suspect, it would be automatic.
Right now, let's do this. She doesn't have to be a suspect yet. She lives with the guy. The stories that came out surrounds infidelity, and as we know, we have crimes of passion. As you know, a woman, a man can unalive their partner for paternity reasons. This is not new to anybody. Now, you're saying DNA was not accepted in the inquest. I'll tell you probably because the DNA result, if already done and brought into the inquest as evidence showing that there was a paternity fraud, I bet you 90% DNA would have been admitted as evidence. But because you did not have the evidence, you now drag a civil case into a criminal investigation. The judge would be in the right by saying, no, that is a civil matter. But if they had done the paternity test and they come up with a negative result, it would be admissible that there's a possibility and probable cause that this guy was unalive due to paternity issues. Now, for those who try to put my neck on the platter, get this once and for all. I was contracted, employed by the father to represent the family, to do PR, and to help them get justice for Mohbad. I had a legal, local standing to be involved. So anytime you say family involved, the request for DNA, I you to fight for DNA to get Mohbad justice. So if the family employed me, don't tell me it's a family matter, because working for the family means I'm equally a family at that time. Now, up till now, nobody has been able to prove that Mohbad was not killed due to paternity fraud. So you don't throw away potential evidence because it's a civil matter. It's from civil. Look, my relationship with you is civil. And from civil relationship, it can get into criminal. So every time you want to say it's a civil matter, it's a family matter, families on a life families. And Yoruba says, and that is what we're doing. And I don't see the big deal about anybody clearing up their name and saying, you are a liar, you're prognosing, I prove you wrong, this is the result, leave my family alone. But shamefully, we are being given the runaround. Nobody is stepping up to do the DNA. Papa is saying he doesn't have a lawyer, or he cannot afford a lawyer. They don't agree on the location. So if you look at the totality of what's going on, DNA plus is what they need to be doing to prove to us that there is no shenanigan going on in that family. DNA plus is a must.
African TV.
Not just DNA plus.
African TV, can I respond to you for a minute, please, sir?
To shame the public. They've not been able to tell us that we are wrong.
African
and the
TV,
court has said, go and do it.
African TV, can I respond to you for a minute, please? Can I respond to you for a minute? You said you were contracted by Mr. Joseph Aloba to take up Mohbad's buying. Please, can you show us where in the contract that, or a court order that authorizes you to ask for a DNA? Number one. Number two, you went and commented on a certain life and called Liam the most bastardized child or baby. It was aired, it was shown, your comment was shown to the whole world on Arise TV. Everybody saw it. Otherwise,
okay, we're not here to attack each other. We're here to analyze. We're not here to attack each other, please. We're here to analyze.
You will be sued for bullying of a minor. African TV, I'm telling you, you can be sued for that. You said Mr. Joseph Aloba contracted you to handle the investigation.
Okay, we're not here to attack each other. We're here to analyze.
Let me respond to her.
Okay.
And like Thunderfire said, if you want to attack me, get ready. But I just gave this platform compliments for constructive conversation to start. So if you want to drag it, if the host permits, I'll go into the mode with you. So let's start with number one. I think you are impervious to the MOU. The MOU.
No mud.
No.
No
I said if.
attacking.
I said if. That's my
Okay.
disclaimer. That if it starts, we'll go there. So it's just a disclaimer.
Okay.
Now, the point is this: the lady appears to be clueless about the MOU. So I'll give you the grace that you've not read the MOU. You've not sat around where the MOU has been discussed in the past almost 2 years now. So yes, I was contracted, and it's in the MOU that we work on the DNA and other issues. So legally, I have the right to talk, to push for DNA. Now, bastardized child. Now, do you know the meaning of bastard? Does anybody, if anybody can open up a dictionary and read for us before I even explain the meaning of bastard? Because I would like to take you to school on that comment. I even apologized out of civility to a group of Wumi people who accosted me on one platform, and I said, I'm sorry. But does that make the comment wrong? Does it make it an attack? Does it make it abusive? No. Out of respect, if you feel offended, I apologize. But it does not mean that I meant evil or that I'm planning evil. And madam, you said I can be sued. Oh my God, I love to be sued. I
The
love to
correct
take
meaning.
people's money.
The correct
Yeah,
meaning
go
is
ahead.
fatherless child.
God bless you. Now, fatherless, the most fatherless child. Number one, legally, before you try to sue me, you need to show me that I referred to Liam Aloba. That in that statement, I said Liam Aloba, his proper legal name. You need to prove that before you start having a on trying to sue me, because I'm telling you, one of the reasons you waste your money and you end up paying me for suing me. That's number one thing you need to find out. If I mention Liam Kinikon, now that's number one. Number two, who is the most talked about child in the world, or at least in this Nigeria? Who's the most fatherless child being brought up everywhere? A fatherless child. But people say it's not Mohbad. Baba, the grandfather says it's not his child. Mohbad insinuated before he died that is not his child. Mohbad's friends insinuated that is not his child. And it's me, African TV, you want to give a headache or paracetamol? Why don't you go and deal with Joseph Aloba, who said that's not his grandchild? Why don't you go and deal with Mohbad's friends who the baby in the river? You want to deal with me, you will lose, madam. And I did not say it from a point of hate or abuse on the child. It was a comment based on what the conversation that was going on at that time. Based on the conversation, I made a comment like people are commenting now, abusing me. People call me 419. Does that mean that I'm 419? Have I stolen a nickel or a chicken from their father or their ancestors? People make that comment and they even forget. They
African
even forget what
TV.
they comment.
African TV. At this point in
Yes.
time, this far into the case, I don't see why you should have to defend yourself any longer.
Thank you,
So
my dear. Thank
let's
you.
stop defending yourself.
Let's get back to what's going on. Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you. Insider backup, how fun? Insider backup,
Good morning.
how you doing?
Yeah, great. A whole lot has happened in the last 48 hours, and for me, two things are involved to examine. Mohbad's problem. What was Mohbad's problem when he was alive? And then
You know
this
something?
problem.
Your voice mesmerizes me. I love it when you speak. Keep speaking.
Thank you.
Don't fall in love, oh. Don't fall in love, oh.
I'm in love. Oh.
So, what it is Mohbad had issues while he was alive. And these issues, one, has to do with his record label. The record label, it has problem with Naira Marley, and those issues are there, separate. He had issues with Sam Larry because of some certain transactions that they had. That is separate. And then he had family issues. So those family issues are standalone. And then we can go further to group these events. And events are stories. So stories that happens to people on a daily basis. So let's look at the stories that happened to Mohbad before his demise. The Sam Larry issue, the record label issue, happened before his demise. And how did this went ahead to accumulate into what transpired in his last days is yet to be linked properly. So this is where the problem is. Sam Larry was not in the country when Mohbad passed. Neither was Naira Marley. And so they have an alibi. And this alibi is very strong, though subjected to investigation, which the police themselves have messed up. This is another issue entirely. Now, we also have the wife issue, the personal problem issue. These issues with his last performance and then with the wife, we've had people come to the coroner inquest to tell us about what transpired between them from the show to the last moment of Mohbad. And I begin to worry about Baba Mohbad's action and also the body language of the wife. Baba Mohbad's actions after Mohbad's demise shows that he compromised as a father in his duty to carry out fatherly duties, especially when he saw the son in the state he met him. His actions thereafter do not support him as a good father. And then their actions thereafter to cover up and then go about their daily lives and them seeking justice also continue to build on the fact that the failure of the father when he met Mohbad's corpse was quite deliberate. Now, there are coroner inquests that has been set up. This coroner inquest, we have issues with it. Mohbad's wife, the widow, had made statements and there are contradictions on the witnesses that was invited to the coroner court. Baba Mohbad, as one of the most concerned parties to this, with a son by him, has not and is yet to file, to call the DPP to file for perjury against Wunmi for giving false information under oath at the coroner. And what are the false information Wunmi gave at the coroner? The driver contradicted Wunmi that Mohbad that they fought at home and that Mohbad had minor injury, while the police said Mohbad bled profusely, lying under oath. And Baba Mohbad and other concerned parties in the case should have sued for perjury at this point in time, but they failed to do that. And so the case continues to go into public space with different interests based on half evidence and evidences that cannot be proven, and then people begins to take sides. Sam Larry Naira Marley, Sam Larry was petitioned when the deceased was alive. In that petition, he called out some certain individuals in the petition, and it was there. It was after he must have been assaulted by Sam Larry, which is now the major story in the pictures now. Sam Larry tried to run away from being a bully, which will be very difficult for him because there are video evidence to show that Sam Larry intent on that day he went to visit Mohbad in his location to disrupt his music video recordings or shooting. And there's a petition that is presently sitting with the police, particular incident where Mohbad claimed some certain damages, and those damages would not have occurred, would not have happened because Sam Larry went there to share love. No, he went there for disruptions of the activities Mohbad was trying to put in place, with the claim that he was owing him some money. And so if someone owes you money, you take machete and sticks, and then you carry thugs up to about 6 or 7 of them to that same location, and then you call for trouble. And so that shows a serious sign of bullying, and this is where the problem is for Sam Larry. Wunmi or Baba Mohbad, if truly they loved Mohbad as a claim, they should have sued even before now, because they have those videos and those evidences, and based on the petition that Mohbad wrote, they should have sued Sam Larry for bullying. And there is a misdemeanor anyway, and though it may not get too much of a sentence in that, but that can actually open up even the case further with different witnesses coming into play. But it appears Sam Larry, Wunmi, Baba Mohbad, and all the concerned parties just want to bury this case. They just want this case to go away, and that is the problem we have with them. So as it is, Wunmi should have sued Sam Larry for assaulting her husband, especially with the video evidence and also the petition that Mohbad wrote. Either the wife or the father of the deceased should have done this, but they just want everything to fade away. And so this is the strategy. Baba Mohbad and Wunmi appears to be in the same camp now. So we have the public on a different trajectory, looking for justice for Mohbad. It is absurd and it is unthinkable that members of the immediate family of this deceased have different pathway to get justice, and they want this to be done underground and quietly. And the most important evidence that could have helped Mohbad, they allowed these things to filter away. They allowed these things to go away, disappeared, or they damage it. And this is unbecoming of a father who is seeking justice or a wife who wants justice for her husband. Mohbad's widow, after the exhumation of Mohbad's body from the grave, the widow seek legal protection instead of public outcry, to help, to tell the public to come out and help her, that people like Sam Larry and all those things, like her stories, the stories she wanted us to believe, she didn't build on it further. And what is the reason for this? Time will tell. Thank you.
Thank you for your submission. People aren't understanding here in the comment section. They be going back and forth. You all keep saying the bullying case is in court. No, it hasn't even gone to court yet. They're released on bail. They're still yet to go to court. And how long has it been now? It should have gone to court by now. So I would suggest Wumi and Mr. Aloba file another petition for the bullying to have it attended to. If truly you want justice for Mohbad, you should be doing that at least. Hello, everyone.
Again, sue. A sue, they just have to sue them directly to sue
Yes.
them. Sue them directly to court. We will not be here again talking every time the same thing. Let them sue them. I will sue your ass. What is all this? I'm tired. We will talk, no action. And we don't have power. Obviously, the public don't have full power. You, the family, you have full power. Why can't you do it? And you say you love your son or your husband or your brother. Eh? Beg. They just want the case to die, to fade away. That's all they want. They are just pretending. Hypocrites. Hypocrites.
To me, to be honest, it looks like the family are all in sync with each other. They are all for the same thing, is what it looks like. No one from either side is fighting. Not even Mr. Loba, no. He's just making it look like it. If he was fighting, we might be somewhere today. But to me, it looks like both sides are actually in sync. That's what I'm seeing. I've been here since the very beginning.
So I have a question for Insider. Insider, my man. Good morning. Wonderful submission as always. Now, there is something we need to kind of look into deeply, and that is the fact that if Larry, Naira Marley, and Prime Boy have been excused of the case, and the DPP is asserting that as far as the cause of death is concerned, they are not culpable, yeah? If that's what I believe the DPP is trying to do. Now, if Mr. Joseph Aloba and Sanshitu now decided that they want to challenge the DPP, is it that they want an understanding of, one, they cannot be linked to the cause of death on one side, and that if there's a civil case as part of bullying, Mr. Joseph Aloba and his lawyer asking the question so that now it doesn't really matter when this goes to a higher court or not, as long as it's established that there is now a demarcation between the so-called cause of death and the case to do with bullying. So, I mean, what is your take on that? I mean, because we need to educate the public for the public to understand the standing before we can lean off trying to question the reason why the families and the family are not doing the needful. So, you know, we just need to educate ourselves so we know where we are. Do you understand my quest?
Yes, perfectly.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Yeah. You see, in the court of law, it is the evidence that is presented. And the evidence, there are no strategies for hiding evidence. you don't hide evidence. Everything is presented to the defense team and also the prosecuting team. Everybody has all the evidence on their table, and then there's cross-examinations. Now, what are the evidence before Baba Mohbad's lawyer sued the DPP? In the cross-examination, in their submission before the Honorable Justice, Baba Mohbad appeared not to have any evidence through his lawyer Sam Shitu during their presentation at the DPP case to present that Sam Larry and Naira Marley should be added to the case that was instituted by the DPP against the nurse and spending. Baba Mohbad has no evidence, and in fact, the DPP went further to state that Baba Mohbad's lawyer are not privy to informations that they have from the Nigerian police investigation that made them to charge the two individuals, and also discharge but not acquit Sam Larry and Naira Marley. They were only discharged from the case. They were not acquitted. The discharge means that they can be brought in at any point in time if there are any compelling evidence to do so. So they schooled Sam Shitu. Why they went in that direction remains a mystery to me, when there are even more important issues that could bring in, like suing Sam Larry for bullying. And so when Sam Larry comes in for bullying through the DPP, and then they compel the police to do further investigation based on the petition Mohbad wrote, they seems to get themselves stuck always with the police. And I don't know why. When there's option of the court to use, if you are stuck at the police stage, especially when the police refuse to investigate the petition before the demise of the petitioner, Mohbad, after his demise, and the father shows concern, and even the public shows concern that petition that Mohbad had earlier wrote to the police might have accumulated into what led to his demise. And that is enough strong point for Baba Mohbad and his lawyer to pursue to his logic conclusion, even before charging the DPP to court. That is one at one side. Why the wife? Why the wife? Why the wife that he was being bullied, and this could have caused some certain issues leading to his demise, allegedly. But she refused to do that. In fact, the wife at the coroner court suggests that she had not had any connections with Sam Larry at any point in time in her CTC. And so this is quite disturbing. Why she's avoiding to bring these individuals into the case and also even sue them for bullying the husband. This could have helped in throwing more light, especially when there were videos all over the internet that suggest that a certain bullying activities or intent by Sam Larry and some of the record labels. Those Naira Marley was never at any point shown in any video to have bullied Mohbad. But Mohbad made confessional statement that he went to Naira Marley's house and he was being beaten up with evidence of injury. And that is a serious misdemeanor, a serious case of for bullying that could be presented in me appears to have this video in her possession, and she didn't push this further. Why she's quiet about this remains a mystery. Then the case at the coroner inquest. Most of us have observed that there are so many discrepancies and there are so many witnesses' accounts that goes against each other, especially that of the widow. And the Baba Mohbad and his lawyer and their bunch of critical thinkers, up till now, I don't know if they are getting serious legal advice. Up till now, they are yet to harmonize those lapses, especially lying under oath by Wumi, when we have other contradicting information that there was a second nurse who treated Mohbad in the house, and also that so many lapses in the testimonies of the witnesses that could go for perjury. And so Baba Mohbad didn't act on it. And they just fold their hands and then choose to go on the DPP. The public must realize that in the interest of public interest litigation, there's what we call public interest litigations, which the public can act on, is a tool that the public can use to seek redress when you observe the discrepancies in witness, in corona witness under oath, and also you have lack of transparency in police investigation, or lack of willingness to further investigate to a logical conclusion. When these are too obvious to do, the public interest can come in. But we must harmonize this evidence in such a way that they are valuable for prosecution. They are valuable to be presented to the DPP for them not to, for them to act upon, and not vague informations that we have here and there. And it is the Baba Mohbad who is the first, most important interested party in this case, who should have been leading this, but they are shielding their eyes away from doing the most important legal actions to get justice for Mohbad. It is all faint-hearted approach from them, and it is all too obvious for everyone to see. So the public should know that the family are not doing enough legally to help Mohbad get justice. And also, the state appears to be comfortable with their actions. And also, the DPP and the police, they are compromised, unquote, in such a way that they are predefining a solution to get justice for Mohbad. This predefined solution is geared towards getting the nurse and spending to be the only culprit. And they are working them all out to get even a lesser charge, which shows that there are so many concerns for us that, okay, this is what they are doing. They don't want someone to be charged for either manslaughter or murder or whatever, those bigger charges that would take the case to the higher court. They want the lower court to get some people for a lesser charge, and that appears like the justice that they want. And the family, immediate family, are silent on it, and that's why Naira Marley, Sam Larry, and all those that are involved, even the 15 individuals, those ones that even announced Mohbad's passing on, are yet to be examined at the coroner up to today. And even the father has not bothered himself too much about it. And so this is a major problem. The lack of interest, but in public space, they speak louder that they are fighting justice, but in action, legal actions, they shows lack of interest in helping Mohbad to get.
No, I was just thinking.
Tana,
I remember
I just
and we'll hand it over to the rightful person when time comes. Now, if they're going to charge the nurse in spending, who will he be handing this money over to? Wumi or Mr. Aloba?
Now, Mohbad has its son on court as it is, and so even if the DNA, why this DNA issue is a big problem, is that while Mohbad was alive, to be truthful to ourselves, if there is a son in a marriage and it's outside, maybe there is cheating or whatsoever that led to the couples having that son, by law it is assumed that son is still the father's son, especially if the father accepted such son. And so if Mohbad is still valid for that marriage as a son of Mohbad. So we can assume as of now, unless there are any DNA case like it is now, which Baba Mohbad himself has jeopardized. How did Baba Mohbad jeopardize the DNA? Having collected public fund to do autopsy, toxicology, and DNA, Baba Mohbad proceed to the court, the family court, to get order Wumi to do a court a DNA. But there was an off-the-court agreement that Wumi will do the DNA and all that. At the dying minute, Baba Mohbad sacked his own lawyer and halted that processes of getting DNA done for Liam. And they appear to be stuck with this as usual. This is what Baba Mohbad lawyers and all the rest, their programs are always geared towards. In the DPP, they are going to be stalked as well. So Baba Mohbad gets stuck with the DNA. It can't proceed to complete the DNA of Liam, and before the court settlement, Baba Mohbad on national TV said if the DNA of Mohbad of Liam is done, he will tell us that he will tell us the person who killed Mohbad. That has introduced a criminal dimension to the outcome of the DNA. And this needs to be pursued holistically, especially by the deceased father, but he has refused to do that. He is now shopping for a new lawyer to push the case further, and where it is now, nobody knows. And so this is where the problem is now. Naira Marley's Mohbad's income is with Naira Marley, and he needs to under a process of being verified, and this process the father himself, the stepfather, the grandfather himself is truncating that process. And so it appears we are in the desert. So Naira Marley cannot give payment to anybody because Niham, who should be the next of kin, or even the wife, if there are documents to show that Mohbad has given people right to execute his estate. If Wumi has the right, and I don't think she has, and that is why the DNA becomes a very big issue. And so it's within the family. It's a civil issue within the family to know who has the right to take over Mohbad's properties or whatever. But Baba Mohbad cannot lay claim to Mohbad's property unless the DNA of Mohbad is sorted out, or Mohbad has other instructions with the lawyer or whatsoever to do otherwise. If that is not done, Baba Mohbad cannot lay hands into Mohbad's property. It's not possible until DNA for Liam is sorted out.
Okay, people are saying that Mr. Loba is going to DPP to bring Naira Marley back into the case to get the money. But in my experience, that's not the route to go. It would be probate court, wouldn't it?
You can't bring the case is not that of property yet. So if he's bringing Naira Marley, the case for which the DPP charged the nurse and is for misconduct in their professional conduct. That was what the nurse and spending were charged for. It's not for Mohbad's estate. So if Sam Larry and
Oh, okay. Go continue.
So if Sam Larry and Naira Marley are brought back into it, it has to be connected to what led to Mohbad's demise, not his royalty. It's not possible.
That's
So
what I thought.
Baba Mohbad would have they didn't sue so that he will get Mohbad's royalty from Naira Marley. No, that wasn't the case. And the applications they made also stated that clearly. It's not about it is the issue before the court will decide on. So, and the issue before them is about what led to Mohbad's demise. All other issues can be civil case looking for Mohbad's royalty and all that. Baba Mohbad can fight that based on their DNA. That is their own problem. What we are interested in is what led to Mohbad's demise.
Exactly. So all of you people down there saying that Mr. Loba's wants Naira Marley back into the case is because of the money. So it can't be that way. IT guy, you want to speak?
Yeah, sure. Bear with me. I'm trying to kind of cocoon myself into a confinement where there won't be too much outside noise. So this is for every time insider. Yeah, this is for insider. It's actually for every single one of us. It was mentioned this morning, but I think that if we can package it and wrap it up properly, we'll be still audible.
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
All right. Okay. So if we kind of wrap it properly, package it properly, it'll be useful for every single one of us because it's a very technical one. So now, as far as this inquest is concerned, we can all agree that there is only one, let's say, complainant. right? Now, if we kind of agree or assume that the only complainant at this point in time is Joseph Aloba, and he's working with San Shitu, so that's established. And then the government will have the public lawyer and all that kind of stuff. And he's a complainant saying, I want to get involved in the process. I want to be able to ask questions and what have you. So I am the complainant. Now, people will then say, shouldn't Wumi Adabanjo also be a complainant? Shouldn't she also be in court asking questions? And maybe the inquest will look at it and think that it's one case, it's one man, and Joseph Aloba and Cynthia will be merged together as a unit, because then that will then be a situation where we then have we can then class San Shitu as the family lawyer, so to speak. So at this point in time, we're now not sure whether this guy is really kind of fighting, sitting in the inquest to find, engage with the DPP to find the cause of death, or is he Joseph Aloba's lawyer? So we kind of in a position where we're thinking, you know, if Wumi Adebanjo decides to kind of join the gang or the crew, will the court nor the magistrate not say, you know what, you guys should go away, come back together as a unit, and then we carry on. Then they work alongside as complainants rather than coming in drips and drops. I mean, what is everybody's take on this? So we kind of clarify, because what people will be saying is, why is the wife not part of that process? Is there something in the background, in the underground, we should know about? Oh, someone is making a bit of noise there. So is there someone in the background that the family may have agreed with and we don't know about, so that Joseph Aloba will carry on being the sole complainant representing the family? So the whole thing is more like disjointed. So Insider, I want you to kind of kick that off. We just need to enlighten ourselves and deal with the facts. Thank you.
Can I say
thank
something
you.
for 1 second? I could have sworn in the beginning when Mohbad was exhumed that Wumi and Mr. Aloba became complainants. I could be wrong, but I thought I heard that.
Yes. First, the families are not together. That is a major problem. The moment Mohbad was exhumed, Wumi went to Falana to seek legal protection. And so from that is where the problem is. And then Baba Mohbad was allegedly called to be part of the family and the processes to help get Mohbad justice, according to the Wumi camp, when she went to Falana. And then I think that was when they went apart. Now, Baba Mohbad on various forum and various media outlets has accused Wumi of not being a faithful wife, and that he cannot trust Liam as a son of Mohbad, and he called for DNA. So that deepens the division between the family, which shows that there's a pull between the family, one on the Wumi side and then the other on Baba Mohbad's side. Then we can now see the wife, Baba Mohbad ex-wife, Mama Mohbad, also in the Wumi's camp, and the children, Adura and possibly Blessing, is also on Wumi's camp. And so Baba Mohbad standing alone. So we have two legal representation with different mandates. This is where the problem becomes even more complex. So Baba Mohbad is working according to him to seek justice for Mohbad, and also is working on behalf of the family. While Wumi and the Falana lawyers and whatever lawyers that they have are working on their own behalf. But we've not seen much of an action from the Wumi's camp to show that they are seeking justice for Mohbad. We've not seen that much from their camp. What they do is to defend themselves and make themselves not to be culpable for Mohbad's demise. In fact, Wunmi try so hard to distance himself from the last moment of Mohbad. She's either cooking somewhere in her account and also the account of some others that she was cooking. She's not involved when the nurse came and all those things. So this shows a lot of concerns for everybody. That, okay, why will a wife distance herself from the last moment of the husband, that she wasn't present when they gave the last injection, and then she just had a scream, and then she came and saw Mohbad falling, and they helped him and then rushed him to the hospital. This was her own account. And so there's a huge division legally between the families. So they can't work together. It's obvious now that they can't work together, especially when they went to the family court and Baba Mohbad challenging for to get the DNA. And then Wunmi asks Baba Mohbad to do that, go to the court and get court order for her to be able to do the DNA. So this shows a great division within the family, and they are not forging on one front. They want a different solution to getting justice for Mohbad. And it appears Baba Mohbad's team are the ones charging on. But what we discover so far with their representation is that it's a weak representation they are giving to us. They are giving us a semblance of charge for justice for Mohbad, why the most important issues are being left unattended to. And so they look at only the secondary issues, they work on it feebly, and then they just relax. So it appears Baba Mohbad is just in the forefront, like a smoke screen, pretending as if he's looking for justice so far, and then the system failed him. This is what directions I see they are all looking at. And so Wunmi doesn't want to even join that much, since Baba Mohbad is doing the smoke screen already for everybody. He collected money for the toxicology and autopsy. It failed, and up to today, nobody knows where Baba Mohbad took Mohbad's histology to, the samples for the test. Nobody knows. He never told the public. Tells us today that it was done somewhere in so laboratory. So Baba Mohbad jeopardized that even when he collected millions of money. And this is one of the most important evidence the public must use against Aloba, because the Coroner Court, one of the most important mandates of the Coroner Court is to look at forensic evidence in cases of murders. And one of those forensic evidence has to do with autopsy and toxicology. And they messed that up thoroughly for us with the help of Baba Mohbad and his team of critical thinkers and lawyers. And so, and it's still hanging there. We are yet to get the location where that test was done. We are yet to get full report on what was done to that, to the autopsy and toxicology. So Baba Mohbad has failed us on that aspect, and then is proceeding further to put holes in so many legal framework that could help Mohbad get issues. And that shows our great concern that, okay, at this stage, Baba Mohbad is not competent enough to lead the charge for justice for Mohbad for us to get what we are looking for. He is there only as a stopgap to derail the system or waste the time of the people in getting justice for Mohbad. So these are the issues.
Thank you very much. Very thorough. Does anybody think? IT guy? Aristo's been busy for quite some time.
I'm good. I'm good. I mean, thing is that I think for what is worth, for all the things I can actually tap on, I've asked the question, things have been discussed and all that, but it's been good. It has been good, yeah.
Thank you. African Television,
IT.
how about you?
Yeah, I'm good. I just want to encourage us to find out the updates on the prosecution for bullying because it's been silent. And since they brought themselves out, we need to make sure that the prosecution is going on for the bully case. That's my lesson for today. And I'm glad that at least prosecution is taking place, if at all it is, you know. And I'm also looking for updates on Monday we said we're going to decide on the new way forward that Insider talked about. Jay Clark supposed to give us updates, but I think we've already heard from the two parties that they are not interested. If I'm correct, I'm not speaking officially, but I think from the grapevine. But where's Jay Clark? Today is Monday. We need to know if this formation is going on, and if it's not, everybody needs to start thinking of the way forward, how to help Mohbad and help Nigeria. So is Jay Clark around?
We've gotten confirmation that one person said no. We haven't heard from the other yet.
Which one said no?
The female.
Who are you afraid to name names? Ari said no. Ari said no. There's no biggie there. Okay, so your me potentially is out of the movement. If what I saw in his video was correct and what people are saying, but that his statement is not clear. If he's actually out or not, if they call him, he will attend to the police. So, yeah, Sammy George, nobody was sent to Yomi officially. Was there anybody? Was anybody sent to Yomi? Because I know Sammy Jojo was sent to Aries, and now we have that.
No,
reply.
we got the letter from the female, but we didn't get any response from the male yet.
Okay, she actually wrote a letter?
Responded, yes. A short letter, yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
African
that's nice.
TV, she responded, so we just need to accept that as it is, because Jay Clark is giving update about the response. And then whether Yomi Fabi wants to be part of the process or not, that is subject to his response as well, if you know what I mean. So, but that's the reason why I thought it'll be useful to just allow this week to run its course, and then maybe people will be in a position to start engaging again on that matter.
Okay, so bottom line is we're still waiting on Yomi's official response. All right.
Yes, we're just waiting on that.
But is anybody on the platform? Is anybody on the platform that knows about the bully case, like which courtroom and the charges? If you know, please let us hear.
As far as I know, they haven't been called to court yet. I haven't heard anything about it.
No, but you know they were charged. They are on bail, as far as I know.
Right.
And if you're on bail, they should have been charged to court by now. They should be, at least, it should be before a judge.
And I haven't heard anything about it.
Okay. I think that'll be the first assignment.
Is there any way to look into that?
Well, when the group is formed, we'll find out. It's not a problem. Okay. We'll find out once we have their names. We'll find out where the case stands. But somebody, I know when they were going to court, some people were following them. Some people followed the case, and all of a sudden it just died down.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate everyone for coming. I think tonight was a pretty good night. No woto. I had the Three Musketeers here. It was all good.
I like that. The three musketeers. I like that.
Yeah.
Reporting for duty, yeah. We're reporting.
Hey, IT, add it to the terminologies of J4M. Add it. The three musketeers.
Of course. We do the update.
Okay, love you guys. Love you guys.
Okay, y'all have a great day.
All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Ó ti conceive ọjọ́ tán ti pé ọkọ àbúrò ẹ̀ kú bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ó ti ní ọmọ yẹn sínú tẹ́lẹ̀ bọ́jọ́ tán ti pé ọkọ àbúrò.
eléyìí tó ń sọ pé òun mọ Mohbad ẹ̀rọ ló ń pa.
Ó ti seek information.
Ọlọ́run ti kọ́ ọmọ yẹn kó má ṣiṣẹ́ bí kankan sí lọ́wọ́ pamọ́ as a sister fi ẹ́ secret together. At least tó bá ṣe nǹkan wàá jẹ́wọ́ fún ọmọ yẹn pé ẹ̀gbọ́n mi mo ṣe kinní yìí o mo ṣe o. Ọlọ́run ló ní kọ́ ọmọ yẹn kó má hùwà burú sí Kàrímọ́ lọ́wọ́ bí ó bá ṣe máa Kàrímọ́ sórí nǹkan tó ń ṣe yóò gún ègún ló ń gbé sórí àwọn ọmọ ò tí mọ̀.
Kàrímọ́ ní má bínú ẹ̀nà pọ̀ sí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn jẹjẹ Kàrímọ́ ní nígbà àdúrà ò bá ti jẹ́wọ́ fún òun kò bá ti jẹ́wọ́ fún òun bóun ṣe gbàdúrà báyìí bóun ṣe ní àdúrà wá ń gbọ́ kí ló ṣe gbé báyìí ó ní ìyá Mohbad bá sáré wá gún àdúrà ó kò jáwọ́ àdúrà gbà lọ́hùn pé àdúrà má sọ̀rọ̀ ó àdúrà má sọ̀rọ̀ tó bá tiẹ̀ jẹ́ tòótọ́ ni ó dà pé ìyá Mohbad ti rí pé olórí burúkú ni ẹ̀mí ló ṣe sáré jáwọ́ àdúrà gbà pé kọ́mọ yẹn lọ lanu sọ ó báyìí nǹkan tí ò sọ ló bá máa sọ ń sìn.
So ẹjọ́ ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa onínúure tẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ pé you have good heart and for one reason or the other you might have families that you don't trust. Please keep your phones, your gadgets, your private informations away from them. Irú àwọn Kàrímọ́ ló máa wá sílé yín wọ́n láwọn wá kí yín wọ́n máa ṣe fídíò ilé yín wọ́n máa keep ẹ̀ fún irú wọn náà keep receipt torí ọjọ́ tẹ́ bá máa jà. What sort of human being is that? Kàrímọ́ ò ní sense of worth, kò ní sense of friendship. Wípé okay o ẹbí mi lélẹ́yìí ẹ má jẹ́ kí n ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, ọ̀rẹ́ mi lélẹ́yìí o no kì í ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ̀rẹ́, kì í ṣe ìwà burúkú yìí sí ẹbí ọ̀ ara but kò sí nǹkan tọmọbìnrin yóò tí ì ṣe. Òun jí mímọ́ gbà tó ṣe ṣó ẹ̀ tá a gbọ́ láàárọ̀ yìí o but àtọ̀sán àtòru làwọn ọmọ àwọn kíni wí jí tó ń gbé kiri máa kiri mọ́mí bọ́n ṣe ń jẹ bread náà ń jẹ ice cream kò sí time tó ń lọ bed kò sí time tó ń jí tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ yẹn aago 2 òru ó sì ń fún wọn ní ice cream ó tán fún ẹ ó tán fún ẹ gidi àwọn ìbejì tó wà Naija ní Hakeem sì máa lọ kó ìwọ ọmọ ẹran játijàti very useless terrible person kí Wunmi máa bá yín debunk it is the audacity for me ṣé Wunmi is she the saviour of the world mo ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ question yìí was it jẹta àbíjọ́ o is ọmọ Wunmi your saviour kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ kú máa lọ worship Wunmi then we will know jọ ẹgbẹ́ yín tẹ̀ka hàn mí ẹ lọ gbé kínní kẹbẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa worship ọmọ Wunmi ẹ gbé picture ẹ̀ síwájú lẹ́yìn ẹ raise altar fún because òun lọ́lọ́run yín wẹ́ṣẹ́ ọmọ Wunmi ló ń bọ yín anyway ẹ jẹ́ kó máa ṣe any topic kò sẹ́ni tó máa dá sí wọn bọ́ ẹ jẹ́ kó ṣe ọmọ mi come over here ẹ máa ti rí bí 500 tó máa lọ síbẹ̀ olóṣì ó lóun wá Zlatan wọ́n bí ẹ kú wọ́n bí ẹja tí kò má bọ́ta àáfẹ̀pẹ̀ bá tí ẹ jẹ́ olóṣì ìwọ tó wà nínú 2x2 ilé tó ń gbé 10 years in America. You are a shameless she-goat. Àlàkẹ́ tí ò kí ń gbọ́ràn. Ẹran yóò ṣògbò. Ẹran ìyá wọn kí lorúkọ ìlú tó ti wá ẹ̀ ná? Abẹ́òkúta wo ló ti wá? Olóṣì. Ìtòkò wèrè olóṣì. Ẹran ìyá wọn ní Ìtòkò. Wọ́n ti fi ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ẹran léyá. Wàá kó gbogbo kíní náà sétí you're looking tacky 32 you're looking tacky your life has started and ended.
wọ́n dẹ̀ ń tẹran tó kù lóòótọ́.
Alákẹ́ ni.
wọ́n wà bẹ́ẹ̀ lóòótọ́ ń tẹran tó kù lóòótọ́.
Mami baby soft life. Never bó ṣe ń ké honestly I was laughing so hard the way she was daring Zlatan bó ṣe ń pè ní Zlatan wọ́n rò pé tó bá rí Zlatan ṣó fẹ́ dúró wájú ẹ̀.
ó wà lẹ́nu ẹ̀ ṣá kí ló fi yàtọ̀ sí Zlatan tó ń pè ìwọ tó bọ́ta tó lè parọ́ mọ́ òkú pé òkú ní gonorrhea tó jẹ́ pọ́kú ẹ̀dẹ̀ ló ní gonorrhea orí páyé ẹ̀ ti bàjẹ́ tọ́rọ̀ wà lẹ́nu ẹ̀ ṣá àní mo dẹ̀ ń gbọ́ mo dẹ̀ ń dá rẹ́rìn pé wèrè bá lọ́wọ́
wàhálà èmi gan mo rẹ́rìn bóyá máa ṣe
ìwọ tó lè parọ́ mọ́ òkú pó ní gonorrhea àṣírí ẹ̀ dẹ̀ padà túpọ̀ kọ ẹ lónìí ṣojú ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń bẹ gbé jáde
Queen Mary, do you want to come up? You
Kò
also
ní
want
dáa
to
fún ẹ.
talk. Slata, have you requested?
Kí Slata jáde.
Yeah,
Ìwọ tó parọ́ mọ́ òkú. Tó parọ́ mọ́ òkú pé òkú ní gonorrhea. Láì mọ̀ pé ọkọ ẹ olórí burúkú olòṣì orí eku Akíìmù ọmọ Kẹ́hìndé Wàṣámùsì ló ní gonorrhea. Olórí ibu.
wọ́n fẹ́ kí Zlatan tó jáde kó tó fún wọn níṣẹ́ ni.
Kó fún wọn ní kọ́ńtẹ́ẹ̀tì olórí burúkú.
Kò bọ́ta wá bá anybody ń san kankan.
Ẹ fẹ́ kéku. Ó ti ní sọ̀pọ̀tà ń bí o. Onísọ̀wọ́ Zlatan àbí kí lorúkọ onísọ̀pọ̀tà. I'm one of your supporter, don't come out o.
President ẹ má bínú, ẹ má dára yín láàmú, Ọlọ́run jẹ́ ká bímọ kó gbọ́rọ̀ sí wa lẹ́nu ni. Zlatan gbọ́rọ̀ sí ìyá àti bàbá ẹ̀ lẹ́nu, jẹ́ pé lórí burúkú tiẹ̀ kò gbọ́rọ̀ sí ìyá àti bàbá sóò máa rò bóyá arúgbó náà làwọn méjèèjì.
Ọmọ òfò ń ṣorí burúkú ń ṣòṣì, ó lérò pé nǹkan tó ń dá ló ń ṣe, ọjọ́ ẹkún ẹ̀ ó ń lòdì. Aṣọ òbò ọmọyẹlí ẹ̀ mọ ọmọyẹlí ẹ̀ ó ti rìnrìn owó ọjà ọ̀rọ̀ wà lẹ́nu ẹ̀ tó bá ń ṣe àwọn wèrè táyé wọn ti bàjẹ́ tó ń jókòó sọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀ tó ń lísì sórí burúkú tó máa wọn èpè fún ẹ pé àbò lórí burúkú ni ẹ. Ìwọ tó lè bọ ìwọ wá sọ pé wọ́n ń jà fún Mohbad.
Àwọn tó wà lọ́mdà tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ mọ̀ káwọn yẹn náà gbádùn, àwọn yẹn náà ń tì síta ni, àwọn yẹn náà ó wà depressed, àwọn tó jẹ́ káwọn yẹn ti bàjẹ́ lọ́wọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ lè rí
ìyọ̀n. Wọ́n wá ní wọ́n ń jà fókù yẹn olórí burúkú olòṣì. Abẹ́ ẹ̀rọ lọ́n bí.
President olórí burúkú ààrẹ tó bá tiẹ̀ níṣẹ́ nu wèrè ẹ ló yẹ kó ti gbọ́ olòṣì.
Ẹ̀yà òsì moderator a máa láàpù yín báyìí ni màmí kú ní.
ẹjẹ́ àpè rẹ́gísítà ènìyàn burú tali.
mo wà ń bí ìbàkẹ́ tó mú wà ń bí o.
Sí tọ́ílẹ̀tì lè.
burú wà ń bí iṣẹ́. èmi àtọmọ mi kan lájọ wà ń bí ìbàyẹ̀.
My love, I'm here. My love. ọmọ ọlọ́mọ yà bá yẹ dàmú.
Irú lọ́ọ̀fù wo lẹ́ ń pé ọmọ ọlọ́mọ ẹ̀yà àyè wa dáadáa.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ gbogbo ilé o. Ẹ káàárọ̀ yà wá, ẹ kú rìn. Ẹ rà mọ́, ẹ máa wò.
Takuntakun. Sista Temi, mo kí yín máa o. Mo máa ń gbádùn yín, mo máa ń gbádùn pláfọ́ọ̀mù yìí. Ó ní nǹkan tí mi fẹ́ sọ ni lórí ọ̀rọ̀ apọkọjayé àbí apọmọjayé bàbá Joe Frame àbí kí lórúkọ ẹ̀. Ṣé ẹ rí I don't know, mi ò mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe àwọn èèyàn, wọ́n á dẹ̀ rí òdodo ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ̀, wọ́n á dẹ̀ mọ tán wá irọ́ kiri. Náà ń sì yìí wọ́n ń béèrè pé kí ló pa Mohbad láti bí 2 years tó bá di September ló máa pé 2 years. Wọ́n rí one evidence kankan. I'm sorry to say o, ṣé èèyàn ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń kú ni? Wọ́n gún lọ́kọ̀, wọ́n fa lórí, wọ́n dé ládìí ẹ̀gún. Anybody ò rí evidence yẹn láti ìgbà yẹn till now. Wọ́n dẹ̀ tún sọ wípé wọ́n pa wípé àníṣe ìyàwó ẹ̀ ló pa, dẹ̀ rí evidence. Ṣé mo fẹ́ kíkiri kan yé yín lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn? Nígbà tí ọmọ yẹn kú, ìyẹn Mohbad, bàbá Mohbad ò mọ̀ wípé ọmọ yẹn ní star tó léyìí o. Bàbá Mohbad ò mọ̀ pé ọmọ yẹn ní star. Opportunity ni bàbá Mohbad ń lò gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣe yìí o. Lórúkọ Jésù gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gbọ́ mi, a ní fi kú ọmọ lókìkí.
Ní Jésù.
Àmín.
Ọmọ ṣe rí in fact bàbá Mohbad ó lo opportunity ni gbogbo wọn lò eyín ikú opportunity ló lò because wọn mọ̀ pé ọmọ yẹn ní star ní ìgbà táwọn èèyàn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí gbé káàkiri mo mọ̀ káwọn kan ló máa lọ bá bàbá yẹn pé wo opportunity lè tó láti fi lówó bàbá Mohbad kò sunkún ọmọ ẹ̀ pé ọmọ ẹ̀ kú kò sí kí òun gan mọ̀ fúnra rẹ̀ gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣe nítorí owó tó bá jẹ́ wípé lóòótọ́ ni nǹkan yẹn dùn gbogbo wèrè tó ṣe káàkiri kò ní máa ṣe náà ó ń rówó ẹ̀rí pé lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta ní ìṣòwò ti fẹ́rẹ̀ báyìí everybody wọ́n ti weak nígbà tí láti máa sọ ó ní pé àwọn tẹ́mì àwọn ló ń win báyìí àwọn títí mi ló ń win lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí mo náà máa win torí irọ́ làwọn fi kó jọ ẹ̀rí òdodo ọ̀rọ̀ lè sọ ókè ní torí èèyàn ti wá jẹ́ ìyàwó ó ti mí ní pé tí nǹkan bá ti ṣẹlẹ̀ sọ́kọ tó bá yẹ pé Wùmí ní nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ sí sọ́mọ lọ́wọ́ Mohbad ló pa ni wọ́n fún yàn lábẹ́rẹ́ gbogbo wa lájọ fojú gbọ́ lájọ fetí gbọ́ lájọ fojú rí ó kú ṣe ókè báwo wá ní Wùmí bóun ló ṣe gun lọ́kọ̀ àti adé ẹ̀gún lórí wọ́n sì síbẹ̀síbẹ̀ náà gbogbo àwọn tíìmù bàbá Mohbad ṣẹ̀pọ̀ tí ń kẹ́yìn síra wọn òtítọ́ ló máa lékè ṣé wá ní ti Kàrímọ́ tiẹ̀ dẹ̀ fi Kàrímọ́ sílẹ̀ kẹjọ́ kó wọ́n ṣe wèrè tó fẹ́ ṣe wọ́n ní àájú wọn ò ṣe wí lẹ́jọ́ ìjà ìlara kì í tán bọ̀rọ̀ o àájú wọn ò ṣe wí lẹ́jọ́ gbogbo ọ̀nà náà ti gbà láti gbé Wùmí ṣubú no evidence wọn ò rí gbé ṣubú wọn ọ̀rọ̀ mọ̀ yẹn gbé ṣubú gbogbo ọ̀nà tó bá pé Kàrímọ́ ó mú ọ̀nà bí ìjọba ṣe máa gbé tó bá yẹ kó lè rí ọ̀nà tí ìjọba fi máa gbé Wùmí ni kí àṣírí àbúrò ẹ̀ kó tú sí gbangba mi àmọ́ ẹni tí ò dẹ̀ ní àṣírí wọ́n ní ẹni tó bá ń ṣe rere láyé tọmọ aláyé bá ń ṣe kí n tó ń ṣépè fún iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ẹ̀ ló máa ṣàdúrà fún ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ ń ṣe kà táyé bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣàdúrà fún iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ẹ̀ òun ló máa ṣàdúrà fún. You see now ọmọ ọlọ́mọ ti move on ó ti ń gbádùn ayé ẹ̀ àwọn náà tún wá ń bára wọn jà ṣèbẹ́yìn náà rí nǹkan nígbà tó mọ̀ Bíbélì sọ wípé tó bá ti ní ìdáláre lọ́kàn ara ẹ o ní ìsinmi pípé nígbà tó mọ̀ pé òun ò ṣe nǹkan ọmọ yìí ọjọ́ orí mélòó ló wà lórí orí Wùmí náà ọjọ́ orí mélòó ló wà lórí ẹ̀ níbi pa dẹ̀ láyà láti ìgbà yẹn ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ló strong tó ni but ìgbà tó mọ̀ pé òun ò ṣe anything ọkàn ẹ̀ free now Kàrímọ́ òun torí ti ìyá ẹ òun yọ oró lára àbúrò ẹ níjọ́ tí mo ti délé ayé this is the first time tí màá kọ́kọ́ rí wípé ọmọ lè yẹ ẹ̀ sórí igbá wọ́n lè mọ ṣe ní kọ̀rọ̀ yàrá mi ò gbọ́ lórí social media rí ipe ọmọ máa lé ìyá ẹ̀ ó máa lè sórí igbá ẹ wá ní pé kò ní jìyà iṣẹ́ tó ṣe ẹ jẹ́ ká tiẹ̀ fi ti Wùmí lẹ̀ kó tiẹ̀ ó fẹ́ báyé Wùmí ó fẹ́ báyé ara ẹ̀ jẹ́ sáyé Wùmí ṣá ẹ jẹ́ ká fìyẹn lẹ̀ ipò gbé yẹ ẹ lásán ọlọ́run ẹ ó gbé sórí igbá ó lé ẹ̀sìn Kàrímọ́ máa pọ̀ ẹ lọ kọ́ sílẹ̀ ẹ rí wípé nígbà tí eyín ikú tó rí pé rẹ evidence ìjọ tó sọ pé àmà tó get justice àti lọ síbẹ̀ báyìí láti ọdún méjì ẹ rí pé nígbà tí wọ́n rí nǹkan kan sọ wọ́n náà wá di wípé kán mọ bọ́ta lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan kò sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ ni kí ló tún fẹ́ sọ ju èyí tó tún sọ tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ lọ kò sí nǹkan tó fẹ́ sọ mọ́ ṣé wàá rí ti Kàrímọ́ sista Tẹ́mi ẹ tún padà pè pàdé báyìí torí yẹ̀yẹ́ máa pọ̀ ó lè jẹ́ 20 ọdún Kàrímọ́ máa jẹ ìyà kò sẹ́nìkan tó fẹ́ nà lẹ́gbàá o nínú ìwé méjèèjì Bíbélì àti Quran àríbi tí wọ́n ti sọ wípé ká tàpá sáwọn òbí wa whatever bó ṣe wù kí ìyá yẹn burú tó kódà kó burú bí sọlá sọ́bà wálé ó gbọ́dọ̀ tàpá sí owó tó wá jẹ́ obìnrin ọmọbìnrin má máa jìyà láyé o ẹ̀sìn ẹ̀ lórí social media yìí kódà ẹ tún wá mọ ẹ tún kọ sílẹ̀ o ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo fẹ́ sọ yìí ká lọ bá lọ àbọ̀ tún máa bọ̀ ṣé eré yìí kú gbàsbú ẹ̀ ó ń rìhaz lọ́wọ́ ẹ máa ríran wò ẹ máa ṣe kí ni ẹ máa ríran wò ẹ mọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ Kàrímọ́ mọ́ olórí burúkú ní ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn èèyàn gidi olórí burúkú Kàrímọ́ tó fẹ́ nínú òun àti John frame àtò náà sí gbogbo wọn náà lọ́jọ́ ń wá frame papọ̀ gbogbo àwọn lọ́jọ́ ń wá frame papọ̀ kò sí ọmọ ní àwọn méjì àwọn mẹ́ta ènìyàn lèyẹ gbọ́dọ̀ bá dòwò pọ̀ láyé ẹni tó Ọlọ́run bínú sí Ọlọ́run ti bínú sí Kàrímọ́ rẹ̀ dì tó ti tàpásọ́ Ọlọ́run ẹni tí ìyá tó bínú sí òun ó jẹ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kejì ẹni táyé ti kọ̀ wèrè ní Kàrímọ́ kí lẹ́ ń sọ rẹ̀ fẹ́ jẹ́ yá fi Kàrímọ́ lẹ̀ jẹ́ kó mọ̀ ṣe fàájì yìí tí ń jó lábẹ́ aṣọ kò lè sọ fún yín ó ti tàpásọ́ Ọlọ́run ẹ tọ́lọ́run bá dẹ̀ tó bá ti tàpásọ́ Ọlọ́run tọ́lọ́run bá ti ń bínú sí ẹ gbàgbé nípa ẹ̀ mo kàn ní kí sáré yọjú sí yín láàárọ̀ yìí ni o God bless you God bless Temi platform in fact I love you ẹ̀yin mélòó kan mo love nínú àwọn tó stand nínú fún Wùmí àwọn mẹ́ta ni but nínú ẹ tó jẹ́ number 1 number 2 ẹ jẹ́ kan nínú wọn God bless you ó dàbọ̀ mà.
ẹ ṣe máa o ṣùgbọ́n ẹ lọ́ọ̀fù gbogbo wa o ẹ ṣe thank you so much.
I love you all.
Kọ́tọ́ mi ni mọ̀ kọ́tọ́ mi ni platform lọ mi ni.
èmi náà kàn ń ṣeré ní gàrí.
àwọn aláwùjọ apá kejì. ẹ ṣe gan ọmọ àwa náà lọ́ọ̀bù yín o ẹ ṣe o God will bless you àwọn ọmọ yín ò ní rí bí ọ̀ ní rárá takò ọ̀ ní dédé nìní ọ̀ ní rìnrìn ìpàdé bí irú kàríkàṣọ kàríwèrè pé kàrí òṣì.
àdókùwèrè
kárí ṣì.
àdókùwèrè lórúkọ ẹ̀ ń sìn. But president
carry shit
ìgbà wo ni wọ́n di lèsì yẹn sí.
gbẹ̀yẹ ẹ ṣọ́ra yìí o ẹ ṣáà tọ́ president ní jàṣà president táwọn ò fẹ́ anything tó mú concern kí lorúkọ ẹ̀ Kàríwèrèpè àti àwọn òtajà fún bóyá kẹba sẹ́ẹ̀dẹ̀ sí abá.
wọn lè ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ because wọn kì í discriminate customer so wọn lè láwọn òkà kankan fún
yọ. terms and condition president nìyẹn.
irọ́ wọn tí kà fún wa ìyẹn lọ́ba tí kọ́kọ́ kà fún wa kó tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ so àdé mọ yẹn.
president ẹ má dá wọn fún wọn ti sọ terms and condition yín.
irọ́ àgbà kí ló táwọn ò ka terms and condition fún wa kó tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ àmọ́ wọ́n ní terms and conditions so ó sì máa jẹ́ nìyẹn. ẹ ṣe gan-an ọlọ́run ṣàánú.
ní ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ ta pátá.
aago lọlé yá.
bóyá kí wọ́n fẹ́ pátá yẹn fún kinní ẹ máa bá káàjọ tó bá ti ń pọ̀ sára.
ẹ ṣe gan-an.
No, it's good. Just getting trying to fix the.
ènìyàn burú dẹ̀ wà níbi iṣẹ́ o.
Mami Gipsy fẹ́ pè fún wa.
Mami Gipsy.
wọn ò tí sùn wọ́n ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ tán.
ẹ jẹ́ rọra mo ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ jí ni ẹ bára yín dà sọ̀hún.
ṣebí kí ni mo sọ sí mo lọ ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ tán.
èwo ni wọ́n ti sùn.
ó yẹ kẹ́ ẹ nọ́tìsì mọ̀mí dúkà láti ìgbà kan
ó ga
láti ìgbà kan ti dé láti
ó lágbára.
pretty lady ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ sókè ẹ jẹ́ ń gbọ́ nǹkan tẹ́ ń sọ kí lè fún ilé sí.
mo ní láti ìgbà tẹ́ ti dé láti ibi kẹ́ lọ ibi kẹ́ lọ.
níbo lẹ lọ.
níbo lẹ ṣe dé níjọ́ wo ni ẹ ṣe dé.
kí ló wá ṣe lágbàdo tó ti dé.
ẹ ti wà.
Mọ́mí Dúsì kí ló dé
ẹ má
tẹ̀ ń
jà sọ
pariwo wọn ò
gbọ̀rọ̀
pariwo mọ́ yín náà
àbí omi
ṣé bó
ìpariwo
fẹ́ràn
mọ́
bá yín
yín
sọ̀rọ̀ ni kí ló
ẹ fi rúùtì lọ gbọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ àgbààgbà ní àbẹ́rẹ́ ní
For that part, it's
ó
kí ló
ṣàṣẹ̀dé láti
ṣẹlẹ̀
nìkan
kí ló dé ẹ̀dẹ̀ tí wọ́n máa rí sí mi máa rí sí mi mò ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí ní mo ti sùn mo yẹ ṣe jí ni aago 10 mo
wọn
jí.
ta ló sọ pé ẹ̀sùn wọn ò sọ pé ẹ̀sùn bóyá sí ìdí fóònù ní ẹ̀gbọ́n
ẹ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo gbọ́ létí mi pé wọn ò tí ì sùn wọ́n ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ tán ni.
èmi máa fọ́ ọlọ́mọ máa jẹ́ arúgbó àdúgbò èmi náà mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀
fẹ́lẹ́sì ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
mi ì sọ pé ẹ̀sùn gan ó dà bó ti gbọ́.
So you gonna leave without giving me your number?
No, I'm still.
ẹ wà ń pìtì mi pé àbóyàn ti sùn pé bóyá ẹ lọ bí iṣẹ́ ẹ ti ń sùn.
ibi iṣẹ́ yín wo lẹ lọ alábòsí lẹ́yìn tí yín.
Dupsy kí ni nǹkan tẹ́ lọ gbà ń bí tẹ́ lọ yẹn ẹ ṣàlàyé ẹ̀
èmi
fún
ò
wa.
mọ̀ fún yín èmi mọ̀ bí tẹ́ lọ mi mọ̀ bí tẹ́ lọ mo lọ gba agbára ni.
ṣọ́gẹ̀dẹ̀ àgbààgbà ní
mo lọ gba agbára ni láti dín pẹ̀lú gbogbo yín.
ṣọ́gẹ̀dẹ̀ àgbààgbà lẹ́gbàá.
ó dà bẹ́ẹ̀ agbára yẹn la ní.
ẹ fi mí lẹ̀ everybody kò fi mí lẹ̀.
wọ́n ti fi yín lẹ̀ o.
leave me alone.
ẹ ní kérésì kó náà fi yín sílẹ̀ àwa ti fi yín sílẹ̀.
ìyẹn ń tiẹ̀ o àjọ máa róòlù ni ìyẹn àwa tá máa dúnbọ̀ ẹ̀ apọ̀ lórí ìkànnì tá a bá wá pín ẹran ẹ̀tàn àwa máa lọ sọ sórí kìríkìrí káàkiri ní gbogbo òru ó lè ṣí wéèrè.
àwọn tá a bá ti ṣe ni àṣe tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ ká pín wẹ́lẹ́wẹ́lẹ́ 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 ká wá pín káàkiri ká pín káàkiri ká pín káàkiri kò ní láàyè padà pọ̀ eléyìí tó ṣì ń jàporó yẹn kò ní lè jàporó.
ta ló wà ń tàn.
kí ló tí gbogbo ẹ̀ wá dákẹ́ báyìí kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ mọ́mí Dupsy ṣe bọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí pé ṣe lè play nǹkan kan.
Mo ní ta ló
Torí
wà
ara
tó náà mo
àjàlẹ̀
ń
mú.
check. Tó mo ń check yìí.
Ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ fẹ́nu ṣàlàyé àbẹ́ ò wá.
Àkébò tó ti bá yín jà báyìí. Ẹ ṣáà ń wájà mi. Fearless ẹ ń wájà mi, ẹ ń wájà mi, mò ń sọ fún gbogbo èèyàn ń gbọ́ nísìnyí o.
Bọ́mí dúsì. Mo enjoy vibe yìí jàre. Ẹ kárí go.
Jẹ́ kí mo fẹ́ play ẹ jẹ́ o. Mi ò rò pé nǹkan kan wà ń ta. Bọ̀tán bá rí mo tiẹ̀ fẹ́ lọ wo what's upon that ṣe nígbà analyze.
Lóòótọ́ ló ṣe ti pé ta ti gbọ́ pọ́s àpọ̀ndà gan.
Mo ọ́ nìkan náà tó ṣe níjẹta mi ìrántí kíní yẹn mo kọ̀ wípé a máa gbọ́ later but mi tiẹ̀ wá rántí ẹ mọ̀ pé péjì wọn yẹn o. But àná wọ́n analyze. Ye money
Guess my age?
Halawada. Mi ò tó ń san bí ìgbà rẹ̀ pé tí mo wá tẹ́lẹ̀ yìí. Ó kàn pọ̀ dátì. Láti ẹ dúró dájú. Ẹ dúró dájú kò ṣe é. Tí kì í bá ṣe wípé ayé bàbá Mohbad àti ìyá ta bí gúgúrú mọ́tòwé Ìbàdàn. Are we supposed to be at this point with Mohbad case pẹ̀lú gbogbo nǹkan tí Mo ti sọ fún wọn lórí náírà? Mo ń wá ìkan ṣe lánàá. Shut up. Ó dà pọ̀ mọ́. Ẹ jẹ́ pé ṣé òun ò kí ń gùn mọ́? Fẹ́ dá padà sí. Okay.
Dúkìá ní sẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ káàárọ̀ happy Monday o. Ènìyàn burú kí wá happy Monday. Wọn kí wá happy New Week.
Wọ́n kí wá sísàlẹ̀.
Lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tí ọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad
lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ ni mo ní ká sọ díẹ̀ sí.
Ẹ̀mí sì ṣó àdókù wèrè o, ẹ̀mí sì ẹ̀dá dúkìá.
Sam Larry ti ṣe interview ọ̀rọ̀. Òun ni àwọn nǹkan míì ti ń jẹyọ. Alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ ni pé tí a bá rántí bí nǹkan bí oṣù mélòó kan sẹ́yìn, if not up to 5 months, àwọn Naira Marley,
àdókù wèrè
Sam Larry,
bóyá àti gbọ́tà tẹ́nìyàn ṣùgbọ́n bá pẹ́.
wọ́n invite very dark man. Òun ni pé wọ́n fẹ́ gbéṣẹ́ fún ọ kí n sọ pé wọ́n gbéṣẹ́ fún nítorí pé wọ́n rí pé ó ní crowd, ẹni tó lè wẹ àwọn rèé. Meanwhile, before ìgbà yẹn, òun ni ó ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún ọ ọ̀ndàjí. Bọ̀ kò mọ bí ọ̀nà tí ẹ rí pé nígbà tí Mohbad kú, òun pariwo DNA láti divert the main issue on ground. Òun introduce DNA pé ìyàwó ẹ̀ ló pa. Kò mọ bó ṣe máa jáde ní gbogbo ìgbà yẹn ni o. Then another strategy tí wọ́n tún lò láti máa attack Ìyábọ̀ Òjó. Choose àwọn Naira Marley. Òun ni very dark man. And ó wà successful bákan nínú nǹkan tí wọ́n gbé fún gbà yẹn. Wọ́n ń torí pé ọ̀pọ̀ èèyàn ń wò pé náà ìyàwó ẹ̀kọ́ ló pa. Bí ọlá wa ṣì wà lórí ìyàwó ẹ̀kọ́ ló pa. Until tabari otherwise. Choose wọn ni. Ẹni pé nígbà yẹn náà, a lot of people and akọ̀padà aṣọ. I will pay, okay, he wants to be fair in his judgment. And ó lọ ń collaborate pẹ̀lú àwọn tí wọ́n ń fi ẹ̀sùn kàn. How do you expect him to be fair? Ìyẹn kan. Then ó wá gbé Sam Larry wá. Ẹ̀rí gbé nínú ọ̀rọ̀ Sam Larry, wọ́n take Nigerians for fool. Wọ́n believe pé most Nigerians wọ́n máa ń gbàgbé nǹkan. Because initially, wọ́n bèrè lọ́wọ́ Sam Larry lọ́wọ́ ọgbà kan. Wọ́n ní kí ló dé tó attack Mohbad. Ó ní nítorí pé òun fún lówó kó wá play show fún birthday. Ó ní kò dẹ̀ dáwọ́ yẹn padà, kò dẹ̀ show up. Nǹkan tí ó sọ nìyẹn. Wọ́n ti tútù ẹ̀. Wọ́n ní ṣé mọ̀ pé èyí tó sọ ní àná burial ni ó pè. Ìkan burial, ìkan birthday. Nǹkan tí wọ́n fẹ́ wẹ̀ mọ́ lórí ẹ̀, ṣé mọ̀ pé bàbá Mohbad insist pé kí wọ́n bring case yẹn back. Bàbá Mohbad tó sọ ní àná tó ní àwọn Naira Marley, àwọn Sam Larry, àwọn kan ni wọ́n pa Mohbad. Àwa náà ò sọ pé wọ́n pa Mohbad. Èmi náà ò sọ pé wọ́n pa Mohbad. Bọ́ nǹkan tí à ń sọ láàárín yẹn ni pé wọ́n wà lára nígbà tí Mohbad wà láyé. Instagram phone kan mò ń lò ń sìn my other phone ó ti lò mọ́ ọ̀dẹ̀ China. Nígbà tí Mohbad wà láyé wọ́n búlẹ̀ ẹ̀. And kò sí tàbí ṣùgbọ́n ń bẹ̀ pé wọ́n búlẹ̀ ẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n the bully aspect òun ni Sam Larry ló fẹ́ wẹ̀ mọ́. No, mo máa play ọ̀rọ̀ Zatan yẹn náà. Bully aspect yẹn torí pé àwọn náà mọ̀ pé wọ́n bully ẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n nínú ọ̀rọ̀ Zatan, òun try láti sọ pé mídíà kọ̀ọ̀kọ̀ tìbí kan ni. Alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ mídíà ò sí ń bẹ̀ nígbà tí wọ́n ń ṣe tóun àti Zatan jókòó. Àbí? Kò ń ṣe pé TVC wà ń bẹ̀, Pọ́sàn Pọ́ndà ò sí ń bẹ̀, Linda Ikeji ò sí ń bẹ̀, gbogbo àwọn èèyàn ò sí ń bẹ̀. There is a purpose and reason tí wọ́n fi ju fídíò yẹn jáde at that time. Ẹni pé píṣọ̀ àwọn mẹ́ta ni mo pè, àbí àwọn mẹ́rin. Ṣárí wèrè àkọ́kọ́ tó wà lókè. Ìyẹn Lizzy Anjorin, attention seeker nìyẹn. Ìyẹn wèrè nìyẹn, attention seeker ni, kò sínú fíìmù yìí. Ìbí tó fi máa mọ̀ pé wèrè ni pé ṣó mọ̀ pé ó lè jáde lẹ́ni á. Mo ń dá sí nǹkan tó kàn mí. Ọ̀rọ̀ ń pa fámìlì mi ni. Ó lè sọ yẹn, ó máa ń sọ yẹn. Wàá rí pé eléyìí ò sọ lóyèrè kò débẹ̀, Bẹ́kí Pius kò débẹ̀, mo kí gbogbo à. Eléyìí ò ń ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ fámìlì ẹ̀. Wàá rí pé wèrè ni. Wèrè ń gbà mí á sọ̀rọ̀ mi ìwà wò pé ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ló sọ nǹkan báyìí? Attention seeker ni. Ṣẹ́rẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ láàrin òun àti Sam Larry. Òun náà ń ṣe bí ẹni pé òun ń support tí wọ́n ń gbà yẹn. Ìdí tó dẹ̀ fi ń support wọn ni pé láàrin òun àti Sam Larry náà ó wà lára àwọn tí wọ́n ní wá sí Kòmọ̀ Florida. Ìdí tó fi ń support wọn nìyẹn. Àmọ́ ní Kòmọ̀ tó ní wá sí ìgbéyàwó Florida. Ìdí tó fi ń support wọn ni pé Sam Larry ti gba orí òun náà kọjá. Ẹ̀rí tó ń láti jáde tó fi ń bú Sam Larry bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn pé àbò ń ṣeré tí bá gbà ẹ́ nígbà tí tó o bá ń jẹ́ pé nǹkan kan gbà ń rìn wọn kọjá pé on a neutral ground pé on a neutral level kò ní ní àyà tó yẹn láti fèsì Sam Larry. Nínú ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ẹ̀rù tó ń bà Sam Larry ní pé of course tá a bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ ń pa bully náà ní ọ̀fẹ́ǹsì tiẹ̀. Rí pé ńgbà yẹn ọ̀gá ọlọ́pàá jáde pé even tó bá yẹ pé wọ́n bully ẹ̀ within 1 year in fact táìmù tí wọ́n bully ẹ̀ sí táìmù tí Mohbad kú within 1 year ni. So ẹlẹ́kejì ni bẹ́rìdà ìyẹn irinṣẹ́ wọn nìyẹn. Irinṣẹ́ tí wọ́n fẹ́ lò bìkan wọ́n bìlíìfù pé ọ̀rọ̀ tó bá ti sọ àwọn èèyàn máa gbà á. Màá wá lọ sí ẹ̀yẹ ń sáré lọ sí ọ̀rọ̀ Zatan. Ọ̀rọ̀ Zatan ibẹ̀ má ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Mo fẹ́ ká jọ gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tí Zatan sọ.
Ẹ ṣí ẹ̀
ikú tó pa Mohbad voice note yẹn ti jáde.
Àtàtà sórí yẹ kù ló wà bẹ́ẹ̀ jọ ẹ̀mí ìfọwọ́kọmọdé ní ìṣe kankan ò náà.
Ká bá wo ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn. Sam Larry purposely pé Zatan ni with the purpose pé ó fẹ́ record ẹ̀. Ó mọ̀ pé Zatan ni ò lè sọ fóun pé lágbájá ẹ fọwọ́ kàn. Lóòótọ́ ààrí ibi tí ó ti fọwọ́ kàn ṣùgbọ́n a rí ibi tó ti harass ẹ̀. Torí ngbà tí kí ló ń pè Mohbad wọlé fídíò tá a rí a sọ pé wọ́n ṣò pé ó ń fún blow. Wọ́n ṣò ibi tó ti harass ẹ̀. Ẹni tó pa Zatan òun wà careful torí ó ní ọ̀rọ̀ tóun fẹ́ gbọ́ láti ẹnu Zatan. Bàbá ọ̀rọ̀ ó ní Zatan tó ní help ní help lòun wá kiri. Àwọn gbogbo ẹni single ọ̀rọ̀ tó lè help ẹ̀ nínú ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ òun lòun fẹ́ lò. Wọ́n wá gbé Olúgbòhùn fún. Wọ́n gbé Olúgbòhùn fún. Wọ́n ní kó lọ bá Zatan pé ó ṣeé ṣe kò ní fẹ́ sọ òun náà ní fẹ́ sọ pé ẹ̀gbọ́n nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ ṣe ń gbẹ̀ yẹn kò yẹ kẹ́yìn náà ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ fún torí pé lápá kan Zatan ń bẹ̀rù Sam Larry. Máa gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn o.
Mo ti sọ fún yín ẹ máa kí pẹ̀sì. Èmi náà ṣọ́ra mi.
Ó ní òun ti sọ fún Sam Larry. Ó ní nǹkan tó lè ṣe òun ní pé kó lọ give press. Of course, wọ́n ti ní ọ̀rọ̀ kan tí wọ́n jọ sọ. Ẹ rí i pé láti ìgbà tí Mohbad ti kú, Zatan ò jáde láti sọ pé bóyá àwọn Naira Marley wọ́n treat ẹ̀ good àbí wọ́n treat ẹ̀ bad. Ó try láti stay neutral. Ó mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ má jáde ni. Because tó bá yẹ pé fídíò tí wọ́n jù jáde yẹn, máa gbọ́ fídíò tí wọ́n jù jáde yẹn, alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ photoshoot ni wọ́n ń ṣe. Bí fídíò yẹn bí wọ́n ṣe rìkọ́ọ̀dì fídíò yẹn, ta ló rìkọ́ọ̀dì ẹ̀? Báwo ló ṣe jáde? Ó ní ẹ̀gbọ́n mo ti sọ fún yín ẹ máa lọ give press statement ni ẹ máa pe press ni. Then kò sí nǹkan tó burú mẹ́ pé nígbà tí Mohbad kú kọ́ ni ṣe rí fídíò tẹ́ rí yẹn Sam Larry ò ṣe kankan ó kàn ń bá wa ṣeré ń bẹ̀ ni lẹ́yìn ìgbà yẹn atújàmàlà kò sí nǹkan tó burú mẹ́. Òun dákẹ́ nítorí conscience òun náà ló jẹ́ kó dákẹ́ ńgbà yẹn. Conscience ẹ̀ ní pé kọ́tẹ́gbọ́n yìí ṣe fún Mohbad kò dẹ̀ dáńjọ́ yẹn o ọmọ yìí padà wá kú. Meanwhile ẹ má gbàgbé o nínú àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tí ó leak ó ní Sam Larry ó ní òkú òun bá alàyè rojọ́. Ẹ̀rí pé ńgbà tí Mohbad kú kí ló ṣe? Ó ní tẹ́bá rántí mo ní fídíò ẹ lọ́wọ́. Ó ṣáà sọ pé òkú òun bá alàyè all case settled something like that. Bàgbọ́dọ̀ meanwhile àwọn tí wọ́n ń tọ́lọ gbéṣẹ́ fún àwọn road very dark man yìí sìn. Ó yẹ kí èèyàn náà gbé fídíò jáde gbogbo àwọn àwọn voice note tí Sam Larry sọ pé okay níbí ó ní okay settled níbí ó ní òkú òun bá àlàyé rojọ́ and people know our people knew that you are referring to Mohbad. ẹ wá gbọ́ ẹjẹ́ agbélé lọ.
Ó dàbí ìfẹ́ ní ti tó máa fi ìwọ ṣùgbọ́n ní sọ fún wọn wà ń bẹ̀ ẹjọ́ yẹn wọ́n náà ní gbogbo pàṣẹ tí ń pàṣẹ.
Ó ní wọn ò fẹ́ anything tó máa stay ní Zatat. Ó ní ṣọ́ọ̀ kan lè sọ fún wọn pé gbogbo wàhálà tí mo pàṣẹ. Àwa sọ pé wàhálà lórí kíni. Ta ni ó ń bá Mohbad jà ní táìmù yẹn tó fi jẹ́ pé òun wá intervene? Ṣé bóun náà ló wọlé? Òun Sam Larry tó wọnú ibi tí àwọn yẹn náà wọ́n ti ń ṣe photo shoot. Right? Kò ṣe pé àfọn ló ń bá Mohbad jà o. Òun mọ̀ pé Mohbad wà ńbẹ̀. Torí wọ́n ti sọ fún pé Mohbad wà ńbẹ̀. Òun dẹ̀ ń wá Mohbad by all means láti ṣe ń ṣùtà. But òun sọ pé effort tòun níbẹ̀ yẹn lòun tẹ̀ láti sọ pé àjọ lè bá mi sọ fún wọn gbogbo nǹkan tóun ṣe gbogbo wàhálà tóun ṣe wàhálà lórí kíni. Ta ló ń bá Mohbad jà débi pé òun á wá intervene òun á ṣe wàhálà tó tó yẹn. Náà ó yẹ ká béèrè yẹn. At least kó tó lè ṣe wàhálà. Ṣé ìwọ tó fẹ́ wá attack èèyàn? Ṣé ìwọ náà ló tún ṣe wàhálà lórí ẹni tó tún wá fẹ́ attack? Ó ní kí Zatan sọ fún wọn. Adúró wàhálà tóun ṣe. Yẹ́ wàhálà lórí kíni? Ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé lórí kíni Sam Larry fi ń ṣe wàhálà. Ẹ̀yà à ń bọ̀.
Ṣé ìjọ ẹ̀ pé kẹ́nìbọ̀dì máa jà ọ̀rọ̀ ìjà iṣu bídú náà iṣu tẹ̀.
Ó ní òun ṣe wàhálà pé kí everybody máa jà. Àwọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé ta ni ó ń bá lágbáyà jà? Ṣé Sátánì ló ń bá Mohbad jà? Àbí ta ló ń bá ara wọn jà? Ṣé bóun ló mú ẹgbà wọlé? Tó ní wọn lè shoot. Kí ló dé tí wọ́n fi ní wọn lè shoot nítorí Mohbad ni? Torí ó fẹ́ deal pẹ̀lú Mohbad. Màá gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ o, ó yá.
Lẹ́nu tó fọ́ ọkọ̀ ẹnìbọ̀dì, ìbò lọ́dún wa lọ́wọ́. Ẹ̀gbọ́n tí bá ti sọ yẹn, bàbá ṣàlàyé lọ ní o, ẹ ṣàmọ̀ ìgbésùn táyà, bàbá ní pé kí wọ́n lọ.
Ìyẹn wá dá Sam Larry lóhùn. Ó ní tóun bá ṣàlàyé, tóun bá ti lọ sọ yẹn ń ta. Àti pé ibẹ̀ yẹn, òun mọ̀ pé kò ṣe sọ ń tà. Torí kò sẹ́ni tó ń jà. Kó tó di pé Sam Larry débẹ̀. Sam Larry ń wá Mohbad wábẹ̀ ni. Nítorí Mohbad, mo ní fídíò ẹ̀ ń bí mo bá play kí wọ́n náà rí. Tí Sátánì tún ń bẹ̀ ẹ́. Òun sọ bí ìgbà tó yẹ pé bàtọ́ òun rí Sátánì tó ń jà pẹ̀lú Mohbad. Òun ṣe wàhálà láti là wọ́n. Pé ó wá ń bèèrè lọ́wọ́ sẹ́, ó ṣàrí wàhálà tí mo ṣe ń bẹ̀ yẹn. Orí pé wàhálà tí mo ṣe ń bẹ̀ yẹn ò sọ fún wọn ní Atújàmàlà. Ẹ̀yà à ń gbọ́.
Ẹ̀wọ̀n, ó máa ń sì kí ó ti mú lẹ́yìn bọ́ọ̀gà mi. Tó ẹ̀kún fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ni nǹkan tó kọ̀ mi máa dá sí mo dá sí.
Eléyìí ní òun ò fẹ́ yìn bọ́ ọ̀bà ara òun. Lápá kan, conscience á wò pé má sọ̀rọ̀. Alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ ẹni tó kú ti kú. Tí Sátánì bá sọ̀rọ̀ against Sam Larry pé ẹ̀gbọ́n mo wà ń bẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin lẹ́yọ ẹgbà wá. Ẹ̀yin lẹ́yọ ẹgbà wá tí mo tún ń bẹ̀ yín. Ṣé mọ̀ pé alàyè ni Sátánì? Àwọn Sam Larry náà, àwọn náà ready láti go after Sátánì. So, ìyẹn ń fi ọgbọ́n ṣe ó dọ̀nà ẹ̀jọ̀.
Bye.